What is up, Profit Cleaners? Brand and Shane in the house. Today, guys, we have a special episode planned for you all about how to win more jobs at higher prices. We're going to be sharing with you the inner workings of our ultimate sales strategy for cleaning businesses. This is the exact same strategy that helped us fill up an entirely new cleaning team last month. 3-person team with 50 new customers, achieving $385,000 a month in recurring revenue for a $5 million brand. So we're going to be sharing these strategies for you, giving you the script, this exact process, the exact words and questions to ask to be competing on value instead of price. So if you've been struggling to win more deals at higher prices, convert one-time cleans to recurring customers, this is going to be your jam. You guys are going to love it. So stay tuned on how you can be building a loyal fan base of raving fans that are going to be telling other people about your business. This same strategy is what we're using in-house every single day to grow our business. I want you guys to use it, take action on this, change your life, change your business, skyrocket your sales. Leads are the lifeblood of your business, and sales basically is how you can create your own economy. So take these strategies, take action, and I'm excited to see your results. We've had many students coming back and just sharing amazing wins with these strategies. People 7xing, 10xing their business in just a matter of months. So take action, guys. There's a special offer at the end. You'll want to be staying tuned to take action and take advantage of that. So stay tuned, enjoy the show, and we'll see you guys there.
Grow your cleaning business. Make more money. Have more time. This is the Profit Cleaners Podcast with your hosts, Brandon Condry and Brandon Shane.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Profit Cleaners, the only place where you can learn from the top 1% of cleaning business owners around the world to take it to the next level and win. Guys, we've got a special episode today. I'm Brandon Shane, your host. I got Ty Shiffler in the house. He is our in-house marketing expert, and you've probably heard of him before, but we're going to talk all about an amazing new sales strategy you need to be putting in your business. So this is essentially how to win more jobs at higher prices. These are the exact strategies that we are using in our own business. Actually, just last month, if you guys heard that recent podcast, had a record month, $385,000 in recurring revenue. And I want to mostly point a lot of that to a lot of the systems we talk about, but primarily this sales system that Ty has been helping us develop and working with our team on for the last year. And it's been many years in the process. But Ty, I think it would be fun to have you on the show and just introduce you. You've been on other podcasts with us before, but just talk about kind of the story of how this all came about and how it's been going, and some of the coaching calls and some of the training you've been helping do with this. It's been amazing. So I just want to say thank you so much, man, for helping us put this together. And let's dive into it a little bit more. Like, what is the ultimate sales strategy and how did this all come about? So
yeah, this is such a cool thing that we've been able to put together and release at this point, because it's only been out, I think we did the first kind of training on it for the masses, less than a month ago. But the reality is this was months in the making, right? Mm-hmm. We started doing it with, a few of the students, a few of the people I was working with, and teaching them some of these methods, and going back, getting feedback on it, providing additional training, doing it in our team here, and making sure that, from the Sandia side, what objections were people getting as they were going through this process, so that we could provide the objection overcoming, scripts as well, and adding to that, really kind of ironing this out to what has become something that, since we've started doing it and putting it out there, the feedback that we've been getting, what's been cool is you've got, some of the owners that are still taking the calls, that are using this and seeing massive results, getting more deals closed, higher pricing. And again, the one I love is people agreeing to reoccurring jobs that, they struggled with that in the past. But the other piece that I thought was really cool is the number of people who have also said, they just handed this off to a VA or, a salesperson in their organization. And the fact that, people at those different levels have been able to take something like this and execute off of it, I think is just so cool, and creates such an awesome opportunity in their businesses. So overall, really what this is about, guys, is this is about really giving you a basic basic system, okay, some basic questions, and the training on how to use them to get to your customers' core needs. Okay, the reason why they're calling you. Now, this process has been around for a long time. It's called solution selling or spin selling, are kind of the terms that a lot of people use for this. But what's really cool about it is this has been around for so long, but you still have to figure out how to use it into your own business, how to pivot things to make it work. And what we were able to do is we were able to identify something, some of those questions and those responses, that it doesn't really matter what your business is or where you do things. It's not about what you do. What we were able to identify was what matters to people and how we can get to those responses and those questions. And that is just such an important thing to do. And then when you drop your price, when you're selling, when you're talking about the value you bring, it's not about the cleaning as much as it is visualizing that solution that you are going to provide, right? You guys already said, your tagline, claim your weekend, right? It's like, take your weekend back, get that time back. It speaks to those values for your customers. And I think that's one of the reasons, like, you guys have been successful for so long, right, Brandon?
Absolutely, man.
Like,
yeah, this is key, guys. Like, a lot of questions we get on the podcast, in the group setting, is people struggling with, how do I charge higher prices? How do I convert these deals? Everyone else is charging lower prices, and I don't want to compete with lower prices. And so how do I build value, right? And so this is the process of building value, competing on value versus price, which is vastly different, right? You're going to differentiate yourself so much more and really attract the best customers, right? Because it's a strategic advantage as you increase your prices, you're the higher price in the market. But also, one of the things I love about sales in general is, and our CFO tells us this all the time, but he says sales cures all, right? You can, and Grant Cardone talks about this, you create your own economy when you know how to do sales the right way. You can, no matter what's happening in the economy, when you have a proven process to know how to have a conversation with people and build value and give them a great offer, something basically people would feel stupid saying no to, right? Such a great offer. You're going to increase sales, you're going to change your business, you're going to grow your teams. It solves a lot of your problems, right? So, like Ty said, this has been, actually like years in the making. We've had sales coaches and stuff, but really in the last year, Ty's taken those internal things and just optimized it, really created a structure around it, and it's been an amazing tool that, like you said, other people in the community are using it in their businesses, just like we're using it in our business. We handed that off to our team, and this is what they role play on every week. They practice these scripts, these exact questions, this exact flow of the conversation to really differentiate themselves in the market. And it's been tremendous, man. Like, we've been not only in our own business, right, using this, but like the results we've been hearing from students is really, really fun on these calls. So it's been really, really cool to be a part of it. So.
Yeah. And the key to this, so I'm just going to kind of break one piece down, which is how your competitors communicate to their customers, right? 97%, I'm making up a number here, right? But just all these cleaning companies, the way they communicate, right, to their customers is they say things like, our service is a cleaning company, right? We come in and we clean all the surfaces, we mop, we're better at it than everyone else. Sure, we use like green products, and we do the job so much better, and our pricing, reflects that, right? That's how they try to get higher prices. Or the opposite side, oh, well, we get in there and we get the job done, and we want to do it at an affordable price. So, those are the two things, right? And it puts all the focus really on the service and the product as a whole, and then the price that you're charging for it. Now, conversely, it completely changes the way you react to things when you flip that script, okay? And typically this starts with like a key belief, right? In everything we do, we believe in people getting back their time, getting back their freedom, and living a lower stress or stress-free life. Everything we believe, everything we do, we strive for that. We do this by putting a high quality cleaning together that allows you to take that off your plate. We come in and we take care of the wiping down on the surfaces. We do the mopping. We clean the bathroom. Okay? And to do this, what we've done is we've built a fantastic cleaning company that just operates a little differently. In the end, those could be the same company, but the way you communicate, which one are you going to buy from? Okay, so in the training, what we do is we teach you. It's not as simple as that, right? That's not what you're going to do on the call. So what we do in the training is we actually do go through a mock call, pretty much, right? Where we lay it out for you. We show you the process in action, right? And you can hear it, and you'll notice as soon as you hear it, you'll notice the difference. Okay, where we're not focusing on the cleaning itself, we're not focused on the price, but we just focus on how we get value from them or their pain points, how we address those pain points, how we build value, and then how we assume a sale and close it. Okay, so we're going to walk it through. We're going to talk about how you can make it easier to generate leads. That's kind of the first thing that we talk about. Now that's less about the ultimate sales, but you got to have leads to do the sales. So we do give kind of a brief talk about that. Then we're going to break through the noise and help you to identify the customer's needs. Okay. Again, most people are going to be asking about square footage and number of bedrooms and bathrooms, and those things are good, but we want to actually get to the customer's needs. The reality is our customers aren't calling us because they need cleaning services. They could clean the house themselves. They could hire almost anyone else too to do it, right? There's so many alternatives. They're calling you for a different reason entirely, and we have to identify what that is. Some of the most common ones that we've found is too much stress. They want stress off their plate, not enough time, right? And kind of the last one, is like I'm going to call it the status quo, right? It's kind of there's a certain lifestyle they want to live, and the state of their home is getting in the way of that. Okay. Those are kind of the most common ones, and we want to identify those because that allows us to paint the picture of solving those problems for them. But you don't want to blanket state those. You want to collect that. Third, we're going to talk about how you can frame your services to meet those needs, and that's going to help you to stand out from the competition. Okay. We focus on how you can provide massive value through these solutions that are specific to the customer's unique needs. The solutions feel so much greater when they're unique to the customer, okay? And then finally, we're gonna talk about how you get to the yes and actually close the deal on the call. The person is going to end scheduled on the calendar, ready for the service. And on top of that, we're gonna teach you how we turn one-time cleaning requests into reoccurring jobs. Now, those one-time requests can be something as simple as like, some of these calls start as like, hey, I need someone to come in and clean my bathroom. I've got my in-laws coming over, right? Or it can be like, yeah, I just need the house done up. It's kind of before Christmas and, just want to have the house nice for the holidays. But how to turn those into reoccurring services that the customer doesn't even second guess. They don't even think about it. And if they do, again, how to respond to those things, but how you can convert that. Some of the studies I've been getting is that like one of the people I was working with, they had closed one reoccurring job in the entire month. Okay. And after doing this, it took them a week to kind of get used to it. But second week after doing the training, they closed 3 reoccurring clients in 1 week alone.
No.
And the month before that, they'd closed 1. And I think their total, like they were still getting things rolling. I think total they had like 4 before that. So they nearly doubled their reoccurring client base in 1 week, and they're in business for over a year. Okay, well, like those are the things that we want to help them do, right? And then last but not least, once you've gotten that commitment, how to set expectations and remove the need for like in-person walkthroughs or video calls by managing expectations, setting expectations after you get the yes. people are far more inclined to talk to you and tell you the truth, tell you, like, oh, well, yeah, my house is actually really dirty and it may be outside the norm. Okay, why are they willing to tell you that? Because they want this solution you've given them. You've already helped them visualize it. They see it. They want it so badly. They're already on the schedule, and the last thing they want is for you to come in and be like, yeah, no, we can't help you because you weren't honest about it. So they're far more likely to talk to you. So that needs expectation management is going to help with that. And then also, it's really one of the key pieces too that turns like a good customer into a promoter as well. Okay. When they feel like they're going to get that consistent knowledge, they know what's coming and how it's working. So, and then, I'll wrap it up by saying you are going to get objections, but we've covered that in the script as well. So we're going to talk to you about how to breeze past objections, how, pretty much objections are agents here frequently, and exactly how we've taught them to align first and then overcome each one of those objections to close the deal on the call.
Yeah,
that's what
I love that, man. What you said just a second ago too, like getting people to become promoters, like get raving fans basically out of your customers that are talking about your business. And this is going back to like when you can get people to say wow, they are 3 times more likely to tell other people about your business. And so even just having this conversation, as simple as it sounds, guys, think about what your potential leads, your customers would be going through prior to signing up, right? So they're calling around a bunch of different cleaning companies. First of all, they're probably not answering the phone. They're not calling them back. 60% of businesses don't call back their leads. I think past the first contact is what that stat is. And so it's a really poor experience. And if they do get on the phone, they're usually very rude. We had our team calling a bunch of companies just last month, and this is the same. We were looking at a new market, and same thing. They were like, I can't believe how rude these companies were. They're very robotic.
They want you to say yes quick or get you off the phone. That's the reality, because it's all about the price. Here's what we do. Yes or no,
right? Here's what's the address, what's the square footage, here's the price, see you later. And you kind of just are like, wow, that was like very disconnecting feeling versus what we're providing here. And this is why we really encourage you guys not to put pricing on your website, because this opens the door for this opportunity for you to have a conversation, to connect like a real human being in the age of AI and technology where everything is automated and everyone feels disconnected. You have this opportunity to connect with your customers and to ask these questions. And even if they don't understand what you're doing, in their mind, they're going to say, wow, what just happened there? Like I felt this connection. I felt like they listened, they cared, they're providing a custom solution for me. Even if you're just talking about your normal cleaning services you do all the time, it feels different. And so people remember it. You're remarkable. And they might call 10 other companies because they're like, I just want to find the price. It's a commodity.
But they're going to remember
your conversation. And they're going to say, there was something different about that company. I don't know what it was, but they made me feel great. They made me laugh. They made me smile. They actually cared. And that's going back to the customer experience, guys. So this is not just cleaning. And like Tyre said at the beginning of the call, these people are not calling you to get their house cleaned. They have a different reason. The reason they're getting their house cleaned is they want to spend time with their kids. They want to go up to the soccer game this weekend. They want to take their wife on a date. They don't want to be fighting with their family about who's going to clean the house, so they can just make some memories, enjoy their life, and be less stressed, right? Like Ty said. So when you reframe it and you have this conversation, people remember that and they're like, yeah, like that was great. I felt great. That was a good experience. I would rather pay more money. They're a little bit more money than everyone, or a lot more money than everyone else, but I would rather pay more money for the same product for a great experience that I can trust, it's more reliable. And that goes a long way, guys, not just on the front end, but that experience in this same, kind of energy and tone and this connection you're building with your customers is what creates raving fan, lifetime customers that will come back again and again and again. And you can continue using this kind of script, even to overcome future objections and to handle, objections about price in the future or other things. It's just this natural conversation that feels like, it's not a robot. It's not a rude person on the other side. It's like a real human being that is connecting with you, that cares, and that really just wants to help you get the best solution. So I think what I've seen with our teams is, they've taken this script and it's given them so much more confidence on the calls and closing more deals. We had, like I said, a record month last month. Paid out more bonuses than we've ever paid to our team for crushing it, and filled up a whole team basically in 30 days, a whole new 3-person team with like 50 new recurring customers, right? And usually that takes us a lot longer to do that, so like we said, it's been a process. We've been working on this for years, but really in the last year, matter of months, really is when it's really been dialed in. And Ty has been on those calls with us every week, on those coaching calls, on the training calls, role playing this, helping our team, and it's just been amazing. So we just want to share this with you guys because it's really, really powerful, and it's going to change your business. It's going to change your life, and ultimately, you need systems in your business. This is a system. This is a proven system. It's duplicatable. You can answer the phone and use it. You can give it to your team, and it will help you differentiate in your market. It will help you build value and be different and be able to charge high prices.
Be remembered once again. I want to add one other thing to that, which is think about it from this perspective too. I wish I could track this analytically in some way, and now my brain's kind of going through how we might be able to do that. So I'm going to go through this. But when I was selling cars, I used this method too. Okay, like again, this is a very standard method. And so one of the things that would be funny is when I was selling cars, sometimes someone would come, they'd talk to me. Okay. And they would get this different experience and they wouldn't buy. Like, oh, well, you don't get everyone. And then like an hour later, I'd get a phone call from this number, and it was the person who had walked off the lot an hour ago. And they're like, hey, I'm over at this other dealership. What do you think of this car? And it's like they're calling the salesman they just said no to. But what was interesting is a lot of times it would be like they ask for reliability, and I'm about to hack a car owner, a certain car brand, so apologies to anyone that doesn't like this, but they're like, oh, I'm looking for reliability, I'm looking for like value, like the quality, all those things. And I'm like, okay, great, like Toyota, Honda, right? And they go to this other dealership and they're like, yeah, so they're showing me this Mazda and it seems to be quite a bit cheaper, or Mitsubishi, sorry, is what I actually meant to say. And I'm like, I mean, that's fine if price is what your motivating factor is, but you told me that you wanted reliability and you wanted quality. And when it comes down to that, look at all the ratings. Mitsubishi is not that. If you want a car that's affordable but it may not run in a couple, 2 years, or you're going to put a lot of money into it, great, go for that one. But if you want that reliability, stick to the Toyota. And then all of a sudden, like half an hour later, they're pulling back into my lot and they're like, okay, let's talk again, right? You're going to have people who say no to you from the whole process, but they're going to remember you. And then they're going to go and maybe get someone else. But you better believe when that experience does not live up to the expectation that they have in their mind, who's the person they remembered? Who's the person who did something different? And who are they going to be most likely to turn to when they're like, I did it my way, this didn't work. That person had a different method. Maybe the results are different too. I would love to track that because I know I've heard it from a few people. I don't have numbers behind it, but I've heard it from some of our students that, yeah, they were like, oh yeah, they went with someone else and the experience was horrible and they called back and that's how we got them signed up. I've heard it on our coaching calls. And yeah, it's the difference of like, we're teaching you to build a business, not just sell a single job. And when you're building a business, it's about who people think you are, deep down, core value, what they believe in, and who you represent, what you represent. And that's very, very different. And when you're growing a business, that is absolutely the difference between having something that's truly scalable, that's truly permanent, and something that has its ups and downs and maybe lasts, maybe doesn't.
Yeah, that's huge, man. And a lot of times people are building their business off of one-time cleans and they're just like, I can't keep these recurring customers. What am I doing wrong? And part of it is, well, there's a lot of issues there, but part of it is, they didn't make that connection. It just felt like another commodity to that person, right? And they're just like, yeah, I'll just try it. And it was, if you don't have your other systems in place either for the cleaning and the customer experience and everything we talk about, I mean, that's also going to, not help you. But when you have everything kind of like streamlined together, you have everything in synergy. They have the experience on the front end. They have the cleaning is consistent and high quality on the back end, but more so it's that experience is the glue. It's the connection that you build on the front end that carries through. And it's very true, Ty. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people on the coaching calls that say, yeah, we just like call back these customers a couple of weeks later after they've tried another company, and they're like, yeah, that was horrible, and they sign back up, so it, just because they say no now doesn't mean no forever. It just means like put the time in to build the connection, to be remarkable, to be different, and they will remember you and they'll come back. And then more importantly, if they're just trying you out one time, it's going to be such a great experience that they're going to be like, you know what, why would I go anywhere else? Like, nobody else cares as much as these people. Nobody else asked me those questions and actually listened and cared, which is one of the best ways to market your business, is just care. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about that. Caring is the best marketing, right? So this script will help you guys have a structure in your business to just easily care for your customers, easily acknowledge what they need and see their problems and solve it for them, and make it feel custom to them, and kind of like just different, right? If you don't come off like every other company, people are kind of thrown off by that, and they're like, wow, these people are different. This company is doing something great, and I want to be part of it. I don't know what they're doing, but I like it, so.
Well, and the reality is sales is hard, guys. It is hard, but it doesn't have to be. One, it depends on how you're selling. Two, like what you're selling. Whether you're selling, high pressure sales is hard, but selling based on these solutions is far easier. It is a conversation. And then what's really baffles me too is sales is hard, and yet, even people who don't have pricing on their site, because pricing on your site pretty much ensures that 90% of people are going to be reaching out for one-time clean, because that's what defaults on all these calculators, and like reoccurring is separate. So you're having to sell a second time. And even people who are doing the calls, like, I mean, we were guilty of it how many months ago, right? That it's in reality, it was, oh, you want one time? We set you up with one time. And then we do the clean, and it's like, okay, let's try to sell you again. It's like a second, you're taking what was a good feeling and letting it now be an uncomfortable sales process all over again. Now it's great. They have a good feeling, and that can make the sale easier for sure. But if you could just create that good feeling the first time using these principles, using the right principles, you're turning two sales processes, difficult things, and frankly decisions for them that are also difficult, like decisions suck, right? And turning that into one, completing it in one. And that can sound absurd to some people. It's like, how are you going to get recurring when you haven't even proven your value yet, right? But what I've loved too, as we've taught this and we've done these calls, is the number of people that just go, yeah, wow, this just makes sense. Like, once you hear it, you're just like, that just makes sense. Like, yeah, why haven't I done this? Like, this is so obvious. Why? It just makes sense. And when some things just make sense, it's probably because they are right, right? It is the better path. When things just make sense, there's a reason for it. And so it's been so awesome to see that.
Love that, man. And also, a lot of you, maybe you're generating your own leads, word of mouth, offline, online. Maybe you're working with Tidy Your Sales and they're generating leads for you. But when it comes down to it, a lot of times we'll hear, oh, the leads just aren't good. It's the quality of the leads. It's also not just that. It's the quality of your conversation with the customer on the other side. It's the sales process. And so if you don't have that in place, it doesn't matter how many leads or what quality leads you're getting if you don't have the function on the back end to connect with them and close the deal and provide the value, build the value, right? So initially people are looking for, they think cleaning is a commodity, right? But with this system, you flip that script, and it's no longer about price. It's about value, and it's about a deeper level of connection. And like you said, Ty, like them seeing their ideal scenario, their house clean, and getting their time back, getting like what's really, why are they really doing this, right? And when you frame it the right way, price goes out the window. And that's how you guys can dominate your market, because you're not competing in a red ocean fighting over the scraps with everyone else. You create a blue ocean strategy where you're unique and different and differentiated, and nobody can compete with you because you're in a category of one, and people are like, yeah, they must be the best. And you can charge higher prices for that too, and people want to be part of that. They want to become recurring customers. So,
and they'll thank you for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
they'll thank you for charging that higher price, for solving their problems, for doing those things.
Right.
So
because
cool.
the truth is, it'll actually cost them a lot more money if they try to save the money and be like, yeah, the guy down the street can do it for $100 less or whatever. Actually, you can educate them and be like, you know what? I would be doing you a disservice to let you go work with that company because it's going to be a bad experience. And I'm not going to talk bad about that company, but I just want to tell you how we're different. And here's the things that are, going to build value. And then people go, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. You're right. I don't want to go through that experience or have that nightmare or be, putting myself or my family at risk or whatever it is, So talking them through, educating your customers, again, providing tremendous value, potentially avoiding a major mistake, right? And costing them extra time and money. They don't have the time anyway. So it's like, save them the time and provide more value and make their day, right? So one of my favorite parts of the calls on one of our coaching calls recently, Alex up in Canada, he's been working with Tidy Your Sales, who's our in-house marketing company. If you guys need help with lead generation, profitcleaners.com/tidy your sales. Go check it out, book a call with Ty. But I just love this story. Alex shared a few weeks ago on our coaching call live. He's been using the system, he's been generating leads, and he started using the sales script, and he 7x'd his business basically in a matter of months. So almost a 10x on his business. And it's, again, guys, just bringing these systems together, and it's changing their life. And so it's not always like major things you need to do in your business. Sometimes it's small changes, small shifts, a 10 or 20% shift in how you do your lead gen or your marketing or your sales. And sales cures all. So it can change your entire business when you have the right deal flow coming in, you have those recurring customers. Now you're not chasing one-time cleans all the time. How's that? Is Alex still crushing it, Ty?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, it's been so cool to literally be on calls. I mean, frankly, to be on calls at the beginning where it was, man, I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know how we're gonna make it through this. Like, man, should we just be done? To like, I mean, his comment yesterday was, not only are things going better, but now his staff is doing all the cleans. His wife's not having to do anything in it anymore. Like, he's gotten her out of the business. And yeah, I mean, they've got customers, they've got systems and processes in place between Tidy Your Sales and between the masterclass group and the systems and processes that he's learning. Now he has a business, not a job that's paying him wages, but a business that's going to provide for him, provide for his family, and and the same thing we're talking about, providing these services for cleaning for homeowners, right? And through our cleaning, that's always been our objective in doing this as well, right? Is to give you your time back as a business owner, to take some of that stress off your shoulders, help you to understand how to delegate, how to build a business that gives you, that empowers you and gives you some freedoms that maybe you feel like you're desperately lacking, or again, solving problems that maybe are the turning point for your business. I've always loved the kind of comparison to, and you mentioned it's small changes usually that make the difference. When doing a mission to the moon, if they were off by like 1 degree, they missed the moon by thousands of miles, right? And so it can feel like getting into some of these things that it's like, oh, well, I need to do so much of my business to change things. But in reality, a lot of the times it's literally turning. I'm on video for some of you, but not for others. But it's turning this tiny, tiny little turn that changes things and truly puts you on the path, that trajectory to actually to land on the moon, whether you believe we did or not.
Yeah.
But
It's really true, right? But it's like on Angry Birds, right? If you just change it a little bit, it could go in a completely different direction, right? Just that small shift in trajectory, it changes everything.
It makes a massive difference.
Yeah, it makes a massive difference. So it's like you don't have to reinvent the wheel, and you guys already, like, running a business is hard enough. So instead of trying to figure it out all on your own, just model success. That's what we're always talking about on the podcast and in the coaching calls. Take what's already proven and working. Don't be a pioneer with your face down in the mud and arrows in your back, just follow on the golden path on the yellow brick road, right? And follow the footsteps of those gone before you. That's what we did too. We're not pioneers. I mean, we've got guys like Ty, and we're all modeling these sales systems from guys gone before us, and we're just integrating and applying it to this business. So it works, and it'll work in your business too. It works for our business. So basically, guys, what we've done, because we are just, Ty and I could talk for another hour about this because we love sales so much, and it's we know how important it is. But a lot of you guys have reached out because you're like, hey, I want to join the coaching. I want to jump in and working with, tie to your sales as well. But sometimes you just need that first step. And so if you've hopped on a call with us in the past and you're like, hey, I can't quite make the investment or whatever it is, what we've done is taken this training out of our core coaching or out of our core program, and we've kind of like packaged it up in a smaller mini course that you guys can, I think anybody and everybody who's serious about growing their business can invest in this. It's not a huge ask, and it's bundled up just with this script, the coaching. We're going to be adding some role play to it as well, just potentially some ongoing training if you guys are interested. But essentially, just to recap, we're going to give you guys the link here in a sec, but it's the exact strategies, everything we just talked about, the exact strategies that our team is using, that our students are using. But like I said, last month, to hit a record month, almost 400,000 in sales, recurring customers, it's going to include all of the strategies to do that, how to stand out from your competition, charging premium prices, the best way to convert more one-time cleans to recurring clients, which is huge. A lot of you guys definitely need that. And then also behind the scenes, how we've used this to build our brand of loyal fans. It's going to help you do the same thing. How to talk to prospective clients so that you're adding value instead of just competing on price, right? And then it's a lot of the solution-based selling that Ty was talking about, which is proven, guys. It's just geared for this market. So, and it's working for us. It'll work for you too. It's no different. It's not going to be any different in your market. So, overcoming objections. There's lots of objections that you'll get. We cover all those objections, and we're adding more as we go. If there's more that you guys need help with, just let us know when you're working through it. And then it's going to increase your conversion rates as well. So it's going to help you skyrocket your sales ultimately in the end, and just give you guys the structure and the system to hand off to your team. And if you guys need help with lead generation as well, that's what Ty's here for. There's additional information inside the program about that. But I mean, it's packaged up. It's there for you guys for the taking, so you can take it, model it into your business, take massive action, give it to your team, whatever you want to do, but just start using it. Just start taking action on it. So we do have a link for you guys here on the podcast. It's a special link just for you guys, for the listeners. So it's profitcleaners.com/more customers. I'm going to make sure that works really quick, but I think that's the link we set up, but profitcleaners.com/more customers. And yeah, we've just been getting amazing feedback from the people in the group. Another guy, Chris in Florida, I remember him posting on the live training the other week. He's like, I used it day one, and he's like, I got another deal closed. And he's like, people love, there's a specific question in the script people just absolutely love, customers love, and he's just like jamming out about it and telling us on the coaching call. So a lot of people are getting
5-star.
Yeah, the 5. So you guys, you can't afford not to have this in your business, guys. I mean, it's a proven strategy. It's how you're going to grow. Leads are the lifeblood of your business, and sales is how you can create your own economy. So take advantage of this, guys. Anything else you want to add, Ty?
I mean, you said it. Like, you really can't afford not. Like, guys, for what this is, even if you're doing fantastic in sales, even if you're killing it, right? Having something like this that maybe you can go back to and just reaffirm every 6 months, build yourself back up. There's going to be down days. Like, you really just can't afford to pass up the opportunity to close more deals, guys, and it pays for itself instantly.
Yeah, absolutely, guys.
So cool.
So yeah, jump on these calls. We've got the live trainings in this mini course for you guys to give to your team. We've got the script in there. We've got the templates, the resources, and some additional training we'll be adding in the future to just help you guys continue to practice and role play with your teams, because with practice and repetition, you become great at anything. And it's the same with cleaning. It's the same with sales. So don't ever stop practicing. Don't ever stop repeating the things that will help you become great in your business. And instead of like Ty said, instead of creating a job and just another side hustle, create a true business, right? Create a true asset that will grow and work without you, that will run without you, or someday you can sell that asset with the right strategies, with the right systems in place. That asset not only becomes a legacy business for you and your family that will run without you, will provide cash flow for years and years to come, but it also becomes potentially an amazing exit. If you ever choose to decide to sell your business someday, when you have proven systems like this in your business, it's so much more valuable. It can be handed off. It can continue going because there's systems and structure in place. So take this system and structure, put it in your business and run with it. I want you guys to reach out, hello@profitcleaners.com when you have results with it. Let us know how it's going. Reach out in the course, post comments, let us know your wins. We're looking forward to you guys differentiating yourself in the market and crushing it with your sales, having some new record months in the future so you can win more jobs at higher prices and just keep going. So the link again, guys, if you want to pick it up, it's profitcleaners.com/more customers. We'll see you guys on the inside. Thanks for joining us today, Ty. And be great. Keep it clean, everyone.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, keep it clean, everyone.
Thanks for joining us today. To get more info, including show notes, updates, trainings, and super cool free stuff, head over to profitcleaners.com. And remember, keep it clean.